What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, not a whole lot going in Iraq, but we will cover what is going on so far because there's some type of holiday, I believe, is what it is, which is crazy because I don't know if these holidays are paid for these people. I'm pretty sure it is, but man, is it me or the other countries have way more vacations than we do? I think we're one of the hardest working nations. That's for dang sure. But we definitely need more breaks, if you get my drift. So, nonetheless, I got Pimpy's Investment Chat, you guys. As you guys know, it's a Facebook group. Same name as the YouTube channel. It is free to join. In here we do talk about the Iraqi dinar and other foreign currency opportunities, as well as gold and silver and cryptocurrencies. All right, it's free to join. Come on in. The link will be in the description. But in here, we talk about investments only. Okay, over here we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here we talk about NESARA, GESARA, political events, things that most people might consider conspiracy. For some of us, we consider it truth-seeking is probably more what we're talking about. And there is a YouTube channel that goes with this particular group as well. And all of those will be in the description. I need to put a video out. I know I haven't done one in a few days for that particular YouTube. Okay, so I got a lot of questions asking about the gold and silver run. Look, I'm going to show you. This is a 5-day, and it's down slightly by, I believe, $10. It's got up to as high as 18.23. So it's not too bad. I told you they're going to do their best to try to hold down the price of gold. It was my prediction that if it got around 1900, it would take off like a bat out of hell. But now it's not only my prediction, but you're hearing the experts say the same thing. So you can see what they're going to do, in my opinion, is pump as much money into the market to keep this from happening. Because I think once it gets there, it is gone. You can see silver over here still above the 19. It was at $18, and I thought, man, it's being supported. Then it was at $18.40, and it was supported. Then it just shot right past 19 and went straight up around 18 or 19 and a half. And it, again, is staying there. It's being supported. And what I mean by supported, it means that people are willing to pay at least that price, although nobody's selling them for these prices. To find silver at $19.50, not going to happen. The best you could do is buy it locally at one of your local stores, and they might charge you $1 over this, but I doubt it. Everybody knows there is a shortage going on with silver, and so everybody's running to it. I played a video this morning, or I released this one this morning. It says, listen to the experts. If you haven't heard it, I highly recommend you go check it out. So I'm just going to do a quick blur because there's not a whole lot going on in Iraq, but I want you guys to see this. White silver is trading at nearly a 4-year high. Silver futures on Monday marked the highest settlement in nearly 4 years, buoyed by a sharp climb in investment demand, and the metal continues to play catch-up to its gains by its sister metal, gold. Okay, so most of us who know about gold and silver, we can tell you there's a ratio, which is the number of silver ounces it takes to trade for one gold ounce. And the ratio traditionally has been within 15. In other words, 15 ounces for every one gold. That's not the case. It is ridiculous. It's somewhere around 95 or 98 to 1 right now. So everybody knows that silver is being held down. So is gold, for that matter. So even if it does jump up to around, $30, $40, it's still really super undervalued. And it's going to climb up much higher than that sooner than it is later. So if you feel like, oh man, it's up, $10, $12 more than it was before, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So look at what's happening is now, instead of people, they're now buying and wanting to physically hold the gold and silver. Nobody's going to trust anybody to hold it for them right now. All right. So yeah, I would make that same suggestion. That is, if you get it, hold it, keep it somewhere in your house, keep it safe, or find a safer place to keep it. All right. And everybody knows that I'm working with, I don't want to say working with, but I've been sending everybody over to Money Metals Exchange. So their link is in the description as well. For those of you looking to buy gold and silver, just tell them Pimpy sent you. All right, let's get into the news because, again, there's not a whole lot, but it does have some. So RG, I believe is how you pronounce it, submitted his resignation from Parliament after receiving a national security advisor, which is weird because the article right below it says, officially takes over for Al-Fawad. Okay, So I'm like, well, I didn't take it very much. The National Security Advisor, RG, today resigned from Parliament. The resignation comes after he formally assumed the job. Okay, so I think what they're trying to say is he resigned from Parliament and then took over the job as National Security Advisor. But at first I was like, wow, man, he just barely got the job and already he has resigned. Anyways, former Interior Minister RJ officially resumed the positions of National Security Advisor instead of Fayyad, who held the position for several years. That Fayyad, I believe, is pushed out. He is an Iranian-backed puppet, and we believe he's the guy that ordered, based on the orders from Iran, the shooting of unarmed protesters. Okay, so in the National Security Advisor this morning, a ceremony was held to hand over the responsibilities of National Security Advisor. All right, the media office of National Security Advisor said in a statement received by Fiat News or Shafak News that these ceremonies took place in the presence of members of the advisory managers and in institutions. Okay, let me get it out. The statement added that Algeria presented an introductory meeting with the consultation of managers as he welcomed the attendees, wishing them more tender to serve the public interest and build Iraq. All right, so I don't want to bore you guys to death this one. So look at, we know that the guy that he is replacing, Fayyad, was the one that was accused of ordering the shooting of unarmed protesters. We know he's getting pushed out, and don't be surprised if you don't see some charges coming. Members of Parliament financed conflict between the POMs and K-card delays, the payment of employee salaries. Yeah, again, I find it hard to believe that the real reason, again, behind these delays in salaries is there's a big audit going on. That's because Al Kadimi listens to Pimpy's videos. I'm sorry, every time I say it, I know I'm playing, but you know what I mean? And he's running the audit like I suggested they do. So, yeah, just definitely indeed, it's going to cause delays. There are, I believe, somewhere in the neighborhood of tens of thousands of people. And we know that a lot of them, there is double payments to the same person, sometimes triple or sometimes 4 times. You know what I mean? Those people need to be weaved out. There needs to be severe punishment handed down to them, and that's just my opinion. But this would deter any other person from committing this type of fraud. Members of Parliament Finance Committee said Monday that the problem of delayed payments of employee salary is administrative, not financial, while posting out that there is a conflict between the two POM companies and K-card for distribution via smart cards. Okay? The problem is due to conflict between smart card companies, Al Rashid Bank contracts with, and Al Radifi contracts with K-card. So one card is with one bank and the other card is with the other. Yeah, that's a major problem. That's something that should have been ironed out quite some time ago. The central bank is the first account on this case, and no firm measures have yet been taken against these companies, noting that the exchange continues due to the existence of financial financing. Okay, so look, these kind of things that you would think would be ironed out and done with long before. The employee who asked not to be named, who will undertake the lack of salary? The owner of the rent or the owner of the generator who is claiming his entitlement every month end? The situation has become very tired, and I do not have the ability to support my children. Yeah, this is affecting the poor, obviously. If they can't get money to pay their bills, you know, that's a huge problem. I'm sure that kind of feeling is being felt nationwide. Al-Kadimi instructs the formation of the new Iraq-Saudi Coordination Council, which is very interesting. I told you Saudi Arabia is trying to work out some type of water deal with Iran, and most likely will get it. The rumor is that one of the biggest reservoirs to ever be created is going to be made out in the desert, and then Saudi Arabia is going to pay to have some piping put in, and you know, the runoff from the rivers come into this reservoir so that they can have the water needed to do their agriculture out there, which I think is actually a pretty good idea, but we'll see where it goes. Prime Minister Kademi directed the formation of a new Iraq-Saudi Coordination Council to succeed the previous council, which was made up of ministers and the resigned government. Yeah, I think whatever is coming up here, and Saudi Arabia is part of the Arab County Nation, Arab Count Monetary Fund. So whatever seems to be happening, Saudi Arabia is aboard with it. I know the United States had encouraged Kuwait and Saudi Arabia to be aboard with Iraq's redevelopment. So it looks like it's happening. They got the council put together right now. A statement of General Secretary of Councils and Ministry stated that this comes in accordance with the decision of the Council of Ministers. The council will be chaired by Minister of Finance, Alawi, and members of each ministers of Planning, Oil, Transportation, Agriculture, Culture, Industry, Minerals, Youth, Sports, Higher Education, and Scientific Research. So basically all the things that are most important for Iraq to get back on their feet. All right, so looking good so far. Yeah. So that's about it right now. Over here again. This is the I wanted to show you real quick. So real quick, Al-Kademi is to visit Karbala, the governor, tomorrow, Tuesday, in order to open the Turkish hospital. Okay, so there's several projects that he's launching that's supposed to be done today. So this is the reason for the celebration. Iraq shut down the official working hours on the occasion of July 14th revolution. So that was their special occasion. I love the fact that they honor their heroes. We need to do more of that over here ourselves, okay? Anyway, so like I said, not a whole lot going on. Pay attention to the gold and silver market. They're trying really hard to pull the price down or slow it down, but it's not going to work. I told you slowly but surely going to go up. All right, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.